Okay, hey everyone. Welcome. Um so let me just do some things here and I'll get started. Uh, Sorry if I sound tired because I am tired. It's just been a long day. That should be working. And finally, I don't have any more distractions on me. I can finally keep going with the piece I was working on. There we go. There we go. No. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's just a thing happened and don't worry too much about it. Let's see. So right, I wanted to do like an upscale city line, but not too much. Maybe I should get the background the reference I had. Never let it go. I know it's a one-way track. Fuck. Oh, baby, it's gonna be alright. What the hell? Children crying. That's what it was called. That's what I was referencing. There it is. Hey, Bionic. Okay, let's see if I can do this right. Hello, Clown God. That's one building. Then it's another. There. I'll just put like little things. Well, tell you the truth, I'm really not. But I'm not going to talk about it right now. I think that's a good enough, like, little city line. Because my yawn is just tired because I woke up early. Because I went out for a run. Which was a mistake because it was very cold outside. I think I shouldn't get rid of those guidelines at least until I laid everything out. What I used to do in the mornings when I was living, when I was living back in California, I used to wake up early and go out for a run. And I started that once I moved back to New York, but after the car accident, I just got lazy with it. Now I'm trying to get back into the rhythm. The hell? Okay. Go. And get rid of that little bits. And just how does one draw clouds? That's my question. I have never been good at drawing clouds. Or at least make clouds look somewhat decent. How does one do the clouds? Why they gotta be so complicated? Why can't they just be like little fluff balls in the sky? But nah, they gotta be so goddamn complicated up in the air. It's not fair. Places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Go around, got to keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. Let's keep on moving ahead. No time for guessing, follow my plan instead. Must be me, what you can see. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me. Set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through me to you. Follow me. Looking around every turn. Trust your feelings, have to live and learn. I know it's something you'll make it through. No other options, only one thing to do. I don't care what lies ahead. Because of all of my plan instead. say, mother, what did it be? Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will. Hey, Shattuck. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Penguin. Through me to you. Follow me. Okay. The city's not looking too bad. I think I impressed even myself, even though I just drew a bunch of lines. Also, the itis is hitting me. I had a big lunch. I mean, I had a burrito from Chipotle. I don't know what they did, but they like double stuffed that shit. Yeah, it's got me yawning like crazy. Go. All right. I think I'm confident enough to start inking this. Let me hide these two and ink the background. Where's that panel divider? Wait, what? No. Just copy it and then hide the thing. Alright. Alright, put that up there. Gonna put a mask on both. Automatically divide one in there. Put the other in there. That way I'll have a divider. Let's put this one in here. And put the top one. Probably when I get into the SMP later. Right now it's just chill. Okay, I can turn off the grid. Alright. Right. Now, which ink size should I use for this? Doesn't want it too thin, but not too thick. Maybe an 8 might work. At least for the one in the forefront. And then I'll switch to a smaller one when I'm doing more of the back ones. Or maybe I'll just do this one all throughout. Seems to be like that's the case in here, but the finer details are in a thinner pen. Can't stop this party to see the world. This time not alone. We got some friends along. And as a team we can become even stronger. Together we can overcome all the odds. It's ever hard as it seems. Everyone can do something special. The secret is sharing our dreams. We can make it if we all stick together. We won't stand up, not ever. Gonna be alright. bring out the best ones in each other. Together we are stronger. One else could be on our own, so much better than alone. Sonic's in the lead, giving us greater speed. Leave us flying, stay out of trouble. Not close by our side, make things a safer ride. We'll save the world and teach the aim a lesson. Together we can overcome all the odds. Now I'm thinking the pen is too thick. I'm sure it's fine. My dreams. Nah. It's too thick. I need to go thinner. Try half of it. Yeah, don't do what Horse is doing and drive while texting. That's way too thin. Well, texting and driving because he's a foolish fool and he shouldn't be texting and driving. I'd rather him be safe than and then do this, but I cannot stop him as much as I would like to. We can make it if we all stick together. We won't give up, not ever. We're gonna be alright. We'll bring out the best ones in each other. Together we are stronger. We will also be on our own. Since up is together we are strong. Okay, that feels a little bit better. Oh man, I kind of wanted to make comics again, but I don't have the time. And so much shit has changed in my lore. Or make a big picture for an audio drama. Okay, Horse is gonna go silent, meaning he's gonna concentrate on the road, thank goodness. Again, I'd rather you be safe than go in a car crash and then we'll have two people. Two people I care about having in a car crash, going in a car crash this year. And I do not want that. There we go. I think I'm gonna line everything first before I color, just to make things a little bit easier on my end. That way I won't have to concentrate. My mindset is on coloring. And then I have to switch back to line art, and then I can't function. Because that'll be bad. I need my drawing glove. I'm stuttering on the canvas here. Okay, there we go. That feels good. Hopefully that will help. Maybe. There we go. We're gonna rock the place. Who's gonna rock the place? All together we'll rock the place. I can just do this. Fuck it. Just add get a finer brush to add a teeny tiny window. I lied when I said it was going to be teeny tiny. Here's the door. Teeny tiny itty bitty yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. Aww. Oh, thank you, Penguin. I really appreciate it. Son of a bitch. Bring that. Oh, no, I don't need to do that. Just do this. Gosh darn it. I also have to look out for my phone because Mama asked me to order her something from Whole Foods and she's gonna go pick it up. I know, first world problems and all. I'm just speaking out my ass. But I gotta watch out for her call so I can give her the info to pick it up. Or she can at least give me the info because you need to park at a certain spot. But you know what I mean. But that's not until like a few hours. I think she's just left work now. And she's not gonna be here for, gonna get there for another hour or so. So it should be fine. Oh. What are we doing? Really hoping this turns out well. But, you know, that grid really helped with the city line. Jesus criminy. Hey, Buggle, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm making a city. Living in the city, you know you have to survive. You got to keep the dream alive. And everything is free, can't you see? You know you have to survive. You got to keep the dream alive. And everything is... What the fuck, dude? Fucking draw this goddamn straight line. Everything is free, can't you see? In the silence at night, shines and shining bright. You can see the city lights. You need to make it right. At this point, I'm like guesstimating how each line is. Sing the national anthem? No. Because I don't know the words to the national anthem. I mean, I do, I just don't want to sing the national anthem. Too patriotic for me. Oh, the chat last night? Oh, no. That's right, fuck America. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, it was just a bit. It wasn't really like we were really cringing at it. That's it. I don't know. I didn't find it cringe. I mean, people ask that stuff all the time. It's natural to be curious. What is cringe is when, you know, they start assuming that we're dating. That is cringe. Ugh. But that whole thing with the asking about shipping and shit like that I don't care. Like I say, when I'm in those types of things, I'm always a flirt, so it doesn't really fucking matter. There's no room for you and me, so turn away your heart and play with me. Have its test. At the end of the day, as long as, you know, we all know it's a bit and it's not really taken seriously, like we all understand. I mean, Speed didn't really say anything about it, so no reason for me to. Today I'm working on a piece that I've been holding off for the longest time. It's over for you and me. Turn away all this with me. With me. It's the day, save the night. My eyes are filled with curiosity, that they have power over me. God damn. There we go. I did see Sonic Prime get renewed. But my guess is they already had the episodes done. And I don't know, probably scheduling conflicts caused them to release it the way that it did. I'm not complaining. I mean, that's one show that deserves to get renewed, and I hope it stays that way. But knowing Netflix, it makes me nervous. Because, goddamn. I mean, was an Inside Job on Netflix? I didn't watch it, but I hear it's a really good show. And it got canceled. Infinity Train got canceled, but that was HBO Max. But, you know, the show that everyone frequently hate watched gets renewed as well, like right off the bat after 2 episodes came out. So, I mean, yep. Rumor has it that it got renewed for another season. And like I said, only reason I watched it at all or bothered with it at all is because a good friend of mine worked on it, and that is it. Other than that, I don't have any emotional connection to this show. I think the show's garbage. I think the plot is interesting because I love me murder mysteries. Just the characters are just so unlikable, and they turned Scooby into a black woman, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sorry, they turned Scooby into a black woman named Gigi, who is obsessed with snacks as much as Norville, and she's only dating her to get over Velma. I stand by my statement. Like, fine, you don't want to put Scooby. You don't want to put Scooby in a show, then that's fine. But when y'all fuck, I guess. Y'all serious? Oh, I know my friend is biting her tongue really hard. Because if I know her, she would be the first one to call bullshit on this. But since she worked on it, she can't say anything but watch it. So I can keep working. Like he said, okay. Literally, because I was told about this like not too long ago. People, they turned Scooby into a black woman named Gigi, and I'm thinking like, you couldn't just make a whole new character. Like, she's practically a whole new character. You don't have to say she's Scooby. Like, okay, what is okay? If you don't want to put your Scooby in a Scooby-Doo franchise, which is stupid enough, but whatever, and that's fine. But really, really. Now, here's my take on this whole situation with this show. You can have, I don't mind the race bending. The only reason I don't mind it is because, you know, of course, diversity representation. And it might be fun and cool to see more POCs on screen. I'm all for that. Original or reimagined, don't care. And the whole race bending debate, I am not getting too into, because people, I know fanboys will come to me and say, oh, what about the Fed? What if they erase the black character and turn them white? People will get shit for that. Like, yeah, probably, because we barely have anything. But I'm not getting into that. That I don't have a problem with. Fine, whatever. You want to make, you don't want to make like, you want this to be darker and edgier, fine, whatever. You want this to feel more adult and more like South Park, fine, whatever. Just make it good. Like, you can have all this like pinpointing and like, not pinpointing, but like these points about it. Whatever, you want to make Velma gay? Sure, they already did that in a movie or a skit, or I think it was a movie, and people loved it. I don't think people care if Velma's gay or not. It's not really that shocking. Well, not shocking, but I don't think anyone would really care. I think they would say, hey, Velma's a lesbian. Great, that's awesome. Just do it properly. And like, do I find this show kind of racist? A little bit. It's not, and I'm afraid of what they're going to do with this character now, because oh boy, I mean, South Indian women already felt bad about it. So, and I feel for them, like there isn't that much representation for them, and when they finally get it, it's this, and it's not great, and it's not good, and they're like, okay then, I guess we're just a joke. So yeah, a little bit. like a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. But again, I'm not South Indian, so I can't tell you how racist it is, but I can tell it's kind of racist. Also, do I find the show offensive? I mean, depending on who you're asking. Honestly, I just find the show to be stupid. Like, it seems like a show that didn't need to be like everyone else said, everybody and their mother, every fucking reviewer out there has said it, and I'm going to say it again. It didn't need to be a Scooby-Doo show. It felt like an original property that got Scooby-Doo slapped on by the executives. Because, again, they don't want original properties anymore. It's like, I think Lauren Faust, creator of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. I think that's G5 or whatever. I don't know. Don't care. I think she said it best where we're in an era where it's like the 80s. And back in the 80s, it's very heavily franchised. I'm not going to say commercialized because, you know, cartoons like live and breathe on commercialization, capitalism. Because, you know, in order for, you know, the show to do well, they need merch. And if the show is popular enough to get merch, then you're in a good standing. If it's not, then like, that's why you see Funko Pops are your favorite characters out there, left and right. It's basically saying, hey, part of that merchandise is going to help fund the show. Kinda. But what was I going with this? Right. Cartoons in the 80s. Right now, it feels like you need to be an established franchise like Hanna-Barbera, Marvel, DC, or just anything that was popular back then, like Avatar, the Powerpuff Girls, and such. By Avatar, I mean Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't give a fuck about the blue people. Fuck the blue people. They're fucking annoying. I don't fuck with the blue people. Fuck the blue people. Zoe Saldana is cool though. But fine, I know. Fuck the blue people. You need that in order to establish yourself in the industry. And if you don't have that, you can fucking forget it. Like, think about it. Like, if you haven't think about it before. Back in the 80s, we had shit like He-Man, Gem, G.I. Joe, the first iteration of My Little Pony. And what were all those? They were basically blatant commercials for their toys. Like, oh no, we have to make a plot around this toy. Basically, back then, it was the merchandise that pushed the cartoon instead of the other way around. Oh yeah, Transformers. Transformers is a big one. But yeah, it's stuff like that. And it basically pushed the industry. And that's where we feel like where we're at now. Oh yeah, don't forget the celebrity shows as well. Yep, back then celebrities had cartoons as well. And you would have to see it for yourself to make your own opinion. I thought they were just meh. However, there's nothing wrong with having nostalgia for those things, because I used to love, I mean, I still do love Gem and the Holograms. But that's just me. But that's not my point. My point is, basically, if you want to see like new stuff or a fresh new idea, like take for example something like Adventure Time, if it was being pitched today, would not get greenlit. Like more creator driven things is a better term. Stuff like that. It would not get created, because unless I believe his name is Peloton Ward, unless he was like well established in the industry, like he made like bangers in the past. And how can anyone make bangers in the past if you don't give them a chance to make a banger, you know? And that's what the industry is failing to understand. And that's why sadly, a lot of my colleagues who are in the industry got laid off on original projects, no less, because again, new CEOs and new heads of the production studios and the companies think that, you know, the animation industry is just a joke. And, you know, like, why would, here's their thinking. Why would I push a new show out when I could just make another Scooby-Doo or another Powerpuff Girls or another Flintstones and make the same amount of money? And that's what they're thinking. And yeah, it sort of does feel like we're back in the 80s. Not in the good sense, not like Stranger Things where it's like nostalgia heaven, where basically it's a box. And sadly, more creative driven shows are no longer to be seen. They either got canceled or just shelved. Now, this is not a diss on any show other than Velma, because that one is just bad. Or any reboots. I think Sonic Prime would be okay on Paramount Plus, not on Netflix. But I think they had Netflix in mind before they made the whole deal to make it. Before Paramount, you know, got the film rights and TV rights to Sonic. So I think they should be okay, but I think sometime in the future it might be transferred over to Paramount Plus to keep everything in a nice little box. I mean, that's what's happening with South Park. Like all like the South Park movies and TV specials, aside for vaccination special and the pandemic special, are all on Paramount Plus because I think Paramount either merged with Viacom or it bought out Viacom. So all of that stuff from Nickelodeon, MTV, and Comedy Central, and others, but I don't care, are now on under the Paramount umbrella. So, and much like when, you know, the Marvel shows were on Netflix for a while, and then Disney Plus came along and they started to lose those Marvel properties, I think the same thing might happen with Sonic Prime, that is. And for why Sonic X is not, or Sonic X, and I don't think Sonic Boom is on Netflix either. Not Netflix, Paramount Plus, is because of the company, basically, of the distributing company. Because I believe Sonic X's distributing company was under the like massive umbrellas. I think it was Fox, which is now owned by Disney. and Sonic Booms can, at least here in America, I think you can find them on other like streaming services. But Sonic Boom's distributing company was, I believe, Warner Brothers. So I think that's the reason. That's the reason. Yep. Thank you, Shattuck. We've all gotta start from somewhere. But yeah, that's why those shows are not under that, unless Paramount somehow, some way gets like buys out those properties from both Disney and what's it called, and Warner Brothers. But I don't think they're like long forgotten series in their eyes, not in my eyes. They're like long forgotten. I don't think they're gonna even bother with it. But I think they will try to gun for Sonic Prime from Netflix. Because that is a current show that is relevant and popular. And basically, they have every other Sonic property under their umbrella. So they would probably negotiate like how Disney did with the Marvel show, saying, "Oh, it's we have our own streaming service. We don't really need this one anymore." So either this is why I predicted I don't want it to happen, and I'm glad it's getting renewed, but I know that's kind of a standard that it'll get renewed for 2 seasons, and then that's why I kind of predicted like it'll stay for 1 or 2 seasons, and then conflict will happen with Paramount. And either it'll be smoothly transferred over to Paramount or not. And I know we all don't want that to be gone at all. So and I'm hoping it doesn't go away. But given how I know and how many patterns I see in the industry, or Disney might buy out Paramount, who knows? I mean, look at all the production studios they bought out in like the last decade. They bought out Marvel, they bought out Fox, shit. They even bought out Blue Sky Studios. So, like, in the grand scheme of things, I think Disney, Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Columbia are all like the major studios. But then again, Fox was also one of them, but it got fucking bought out real quick by Disney. So anything is possible, dude. Welcome home, horse. I'm just talking about just business in general. Because I started a tangent about Velma, and then I started another tangent about like the industry as a whole, at least from my experience and what I observe. So I don't think you guys need to worry about Sonic Prime. I think it's going to be fine, but I do think in the future there might be conflicts about it. And I think this, like, I know Sonic Prime, I know I said this before, but I'll say it again. Sonic Prime was confirmed before Paramount got the distributing rights to Sonic. But this is a huge one. But I'm not I can't tell for sure who's gonna end up having it at the end of the day. Hopefully, my hope is that everything will go smoothly and they don't have to like fight over it. But then again, it's like rich people fighting over shit, so of course they're gonna like make it a big mess. Maybe we'll bring you up here. But that is my so back to the bad show, right? Yeah. Like I said, it felt like a whole show with Scooby paint on it. And you know, I just watched Mystery Incorporated. If you want like a darker, more mature Scooby, go watch Mystery Incorporated. So much better, so better written, and it's like one of the most beloved Scooby series out there. You can watch Fred come over traps. I know why I said shut up. But seriously, like I said, again, there's only 2 episodes out, so I have to be fair. Like, okay, there's only 2 episodes out. Maybe she said it will get better. So maybe it'll get better. Oh no, they turned the dog into a black woman. Oh wow. I feel kind of weird. I'm not sure how I should feel about that. Wow. Wow. Okay, and the dog is dating Shaggy. I mean, I'm not Shaggy. Norville, my bad. Okay. Uh-huh. I think it would have made more sense if Scooby was like a emotional support dog that Norville just takes everywhere. And like he can talk, but only Norville can hear him. Yeah, we're talking about that show because I need something to talk about. But that would be funny. Just like, Norville, why did you bring your dog? Excuse me, it is my emotional support animal. Ain't that right, Scooby? Yeah, that's right, Reggie. Did you guys hear that? Hear what? I swore he just talked. Did you not hear him just talk? You really do need that emotional support animal, don't you? I am not crazy. He just talked. Dude, we get it. You smoke pot. I do not smoke pot. I am against that. That is false. This dog talked. I can prove it. Scooby, speak. Speak, boy. Speak. Not like that. He talked. I swear he talked. Yeah, huh? Whatever. Anyway, about this murdered. Oh my god. See, that way you could have written Scooby into the show and it would have been funny. Just like drive Norville to the point where he smokes pot and everybody just smokes pot, and that's when the dog talks. And like when everyone is high, the Scooby starts speaking. Like, oh, Reggie, I got the munchies, man. And then Velma's like, whoa, the dog really does talk. Jinkies. Oh, now you hear the dog. Everyone's high except for Shaggy. Now you hear the dog? It's so magical. You think you're just high, aren't you? I can't feel my face. Okay, all right. I see how it is. Like, if we're gonna make Norville this straight-laced guy who is just the punching bag, then fucking make the straight-laced guy who is the punching bag. Have the dog talk, but no one fucking believes him. You can still have Gigi as a separate character. You don't need to turn the dog into a girl who he fucks or something. Like, shit. He could be like, Gigi, give me your honest opinion. Yeah, sure, whatever. Do you hear this dog talk? You're talking to dogs now? No, I'm not. No, I swear. Scoop, come on. Woo. Oh, come on! You can't be... No. I swear to God, I'm not high. Yeah. Shaggy, how many fingers am I holding up? I'm not high! It's 3! You're holding up 3 fingers. The dog talks. I swear to God, the dog is talking to me. Yeah, I'm not hearing it. Whatever you're smoking, maybe I should get some. I don't smoke! Oh, come on! Looks like that plan backfired, Reggie. Why didn't you talk in front of her? It could be like that one Looney Tune cartoons where the frog dances for that one guy and no one else, and it drives the guy insane. That could be it. It could be just like that. Like, everyone is like in the gymnasium or something, and him and Scooby are in the hallway, and Norville is just like, oh gosh, I'm really nervous about whatever that's going to happen in the gym. I don't fucking know. And he's like, don't worry, Becky. You just need to do something like this. I love my baby. I love my honey. I love my right time. Yeah. That whole spiel. And he was just like, wait, no. Wait, hang on. Miss Davis! Keep doing it. Miss Davis! Shaggy, Norville, why are you screaming? The dog is performing! Woo. Yes, Norville, it's performing. Oh, come on, you can't be kidding me. Woo. Oh, very good. What's his name? Go ahead, tell her your name. Oh, yes, that's a good name. Shaggy, if you need anyone to talk to. I don't need to talk. The dog talks. Yeah, if we need anyone to talk to, I'm here. Miss Davis, I'm not crazy. Uh-huh, I get it. You're probably suffering because Velma rejected you over and over again, and you're projecting your feelings onto this dog. What are you doing? But I am telling you, just because you got rejection doesn't mean anything. You'll perk right back up in no time. Are you psychoanalyzing me right now? No, I am just talking to you in a calmly manner. I'm not crazy! His name is Scooby! He talked to me! He doesn't even have a dog collar! Right. Oh, maybe you ought to get him a dog collar. Scooby's a very cute name. How'd you come up with him? He told me because the dog is talking to me. I'm not crazy. Okay, maybe that sounded a little bit crazy there, but I swear, the dog is just talking. It's talking to me. Listen, if you don't want to give your speech, I want to give my speech. Oh, forget it. I'll give a speech. Okay, I'll just tell everyone you're ready. Okay, you just stay right there with Scooby. Oh, shut up. Good, literally, boom. How the fuck did I not get a job as a writer? fucking, oh, we can't write Scooby in the show because it's very hard. How come? Literally, whenever some people says it's hard, it's difficult. It's like it feels like they're just not trying. I don't know. Maybe it could be also the executives didn't see it happening, but I don't know. But it could have easily done that way, and I can promise you people would be laughing. Also, yes, Muppet, go watch A Pup Named Scooby-Doo because that's one of the good ones. And you can keep all the you can still keep the raunchier tone. You can still keep the race bending characters. You don't need, you can keep the murder mystery. Fuck, you can even have probably Scooby did it. Or Norval suspects Scooby of murder. Like everyone's crowded around like, okay, who could be the suspects? The suspects of this mystery. Oh, I know. It was old man Jenkins. It was my father. I don't know. Probably the old lady behind the counter of that old cigar shop. No, it was a dog. What? No. How do you explain to me how a dog randomly comes up to me and says, "What a bitch"? Norval, it is not the dog. It is totally the dog. And look at him. Whoa. See? Dude, I think you have a problem. Yeah, your marijuana problem is like seriously bumming me out. So can you like get your shit together so we can actually do this so I can like go home? I'm telling you. Fine. If once this whole thing reveals it's the dog, do not come crying to me. Oh, shut up! Like, don't make Shaggy and Scooby like the best of friends. Just have them be like fucking bitter enemies. Like trying to like suggest Scooby killed all of them because he won't talk. And you know what? It would be funny if like the whole like he finally talks in front of everybody and Norval's just like, okay, you talked in front of me, but how come you didn't talk in front of everyone else? I was shy. Like, you think it was just like, oh, I just wanted to fuck with you. No, it's because I was shy. You were shy? Yeah. You literally came up to me and said, what a bitch! Nerves took over. I didn't know what to say, Reggie. I'm sorry, Reggie. What? You know what? Whatever. Hey, man, do you want to get high with me? At this point, I might as well. I am so done with this shit. Oh, hey, not bad. Ooh, yeah, that's really smooth. And that's how he gets into pot. Because Scoop was just too shy to speak up. And then he lets his dreads come out, and then he's known as Shaggy. The end. You see, it's really not... Excuse me. It's really not that... Jesus. Excuse me. It's really not that difficult. But then again, they probably got stopped by executives. Like, and oh my god. Can we stop the trope where you say the trope out loud while the trope is happening? Because that trope worked 10 years ago, but now it's just straight up annoying. And let me tell you that show is riddled with it. And it's just constant. They don't use jokes. They just call out the trope. Say, hey, you know this trope? It's kind of bad. Why do they do that? And then proceed to do it. Like, what was the joke? Like, you're lampshading the problem, and you're just not saying anything. Is that it? You're just gonna say, hey, I don't like this trope. It kind of sucks. Like, where is the joke? Yeah, I know. And you know what I blame? Who I blame? I blame Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon because they started that shit. Because bruh. They sincerely started that whole thing, and it's just here like, stop. All right. I think they even know like the trope is getting old and it's getting written and they're trying to write out of it. I don't even think Justin Roiland writes for the show anymore. I think it's mostly Dan Harmon. But they're in a whole slew of trouble of their own, so I won't talk too much about them. Hold on. Right, what was I saying? Right. Like, I don't know. I just find that annoying, and it's even worse. Like now, and especially when it's like, oh, this hyper race does this. Ha 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 ha. I don't do that. Ha 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 ha. It's like that's not funny. When you're, it's another thing where it's like, oh, for example, my parents. Oh, you know, when my parents get mad at me, they have like they turn into animated characters, like legit. They turn into animated characters. They like Like every syllable, they have to make a movement, and they feel like fucking Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents. See, that's a joke. Not a good one, but still a joke. Saying a trope or calling out a trope is not a joke. And they, oh my God. The first scene of the entire show was egregious and painful to get through. It was a shower scene, and they're all teenagers, mind you. And like, they were talking about, oh, don't you think the like pilots of shows are more dirty than the whole thing? And they were like, ah ha ha, that's so funny. Yeah, it's yeah, we're all perverted. Yeah, it's weird. While this full-on shower scene was happening. And I'm just here thinking, like, please let this be over soon. Please let this be over soon. God damn. God damn, this is so painful. And usually I don't talk about, like, usually shows like this, I would avoid, like, the plague. I would be like, oh, yeah, that's the thing, huh? I'm not gonna, nope. Not me. But since I found out my friend worked on it and she was really proud of working on it, I'm just here like, okay. All right, cool. And don't get me wrong, comedy can be funny. It can have, like, funny moments within it, but goddamn, write a fucking joke. If all you have is just meta commentary, then you're not funny. You're just stating the obvious. Wow, look at that popular girl. She's a slut. Oh yeah, that's totally funny. Oh, isn't it funny that we sang a slowed down versions of Gawain's Pony? Oh man, that's funny. No, what would have been funny if it was a whole fucking opera singing Pony? That's what's funny, not some lone teenager saying like, it's Pony. You know, that was her favorite song because she's a huge slut. Give me a fucking break. Oh yeah, I remember that moment with American Dad. They parodied that YouTube video where the dude was just like doing a lap dance on a fucking ottoman or some shit, and Pony was playing. Riding my pony. Now see, that was funny. I don't know. And I cannot speak about Minnie Kaling too much. I mean, she's funny when she wants to be, and it's obvious she does not want to be funny in that moment. Like, I enjoyed like a season of her show, The Mindy Project. And mostly because the theme songs kind of slapped, but that's just me. After that, I was just like, okay. But again, I cannot speak on that. I just think she's okay. Again, like I said, she's funny when she wants to be. And it's obvious she doesn't want to be there. Because probably that's another thing this show does. It just insults its audience. And you gotta wonder, who was this for? Like, if you want to make an edgier Scooby-Doo, then fine, but don't, like, fucking insult your people, the people that are supporting you with this show. Like, who is this made for? Who is your target audience? Because, like, I can tell you this, Hunty, absolutely fuck all, no one is down with this at all. I got, like, no. They are sincerely not okay with this. Not the Scooby-Doo fans, not the fans of adult comedies, not just any, just no one. Like, no one, I think, like, I think I'm exaggerating about this, obviously, because the show does have its defenders few and far between. But I think everyone has become united in their complete disdain for this show. And it honestly feels that way. Like, and let it be known and let me be clear once again. No, the show is not bad for the race swapping. No, it's not bad for that. It's just bad. Period. It's just complete and utter. It's just bad. Like, I haven't seen a show this bad since a long time. I think since, what's it called? Like, School Days. If you guys don't, I think that's like the worst show I've seen in a while. If you don't know what School Days is, it's an anime. I think it's a dating sim turned anime about this guy. Don't know his name. Don't care. He was a fuckboy, but he had this. There was this girl he has a crush on, of course, and she had the big boobies. And then there was his childhood friend who did not have the big boobies, and she felt insecure about it. So she's just like, okay, how about this? How about you do what you want to do to her, to me, and then that'll be great practice. And so he does. They do everything. Every little thing. Everything. Everything. And so, like, eventually he gets the date with the crush girl, and he's just like, all right, I'm done with you, and basically threw his childhood friend away like a wet paper towel. And fucking hell. And he went off and like was with the crush girl, and the childhood friend like got jealous, and she was just like, okay, all right, bet, I see how it is. Jeopardy Alpha, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Like, they went off and did that. Then after a while, she gets more jealous, and she comes to the fucking friend, and her friend, the obvious she's crushing on him, comes to the friend, and she says, bitch, I'm pregnant. And he's just like, pregnant? And so he like breaks up with the crush at some point. I don't remember how. I think no. She got pregnant. He got the childhood friend pregnant. And the crush breaks up with him. And he blames the childhood friend for her breaking up with him. For the crush breaking up with the dude. And she's just like, who fucking cares? I'm having your child, sir. And he's just there like, no, fuck you, fuck the kid. I don't want any responsibility. So he goes off and no, I don't think anyone knows except for the three of them at the moment. What is going on here? I am talking about we were talking about Velma, and I said I haven't watched a bad show like this since I watched School Days, and I'm explaining the plot of School Days. Right. So, oh yeah, spoilers for School Days. Watch out. Fuck. This is what you get for being a fuckboy. So yeah, he after that he decides to go and be a fuckboy and like screw every girl in school. And after that, the childhood friend, like she knows he's just doing this out of spite against her and shit because and whatnot, and she basically says fuck, what did she say? Right, she tells the whole school he got her pregnant, and then the girls like start avoiding him, and like they don't want his pickle no more. And I'll read that comment in a minute. And because like he totally blames her, like he didn't want to wrap it up, so he's just like, why did you have to ruin my life, da 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 da, you bitch. And then he gets a call from the childhood friend, not the childhood friend, his crush, his original crush, and she's just like, I want to get back together with you. So they get back together. Childhood crush gets psycho, invites the guy over, and basically kills him. She stabs him, saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. Why did you do this to us? I love you, I love you, I love you, or some shit like that. I don't know. She was nuts. And then, like, she leaves the scene, and the crush finds his body, just dead lying on the floor. And I think the next day at school, she confronts the childhood friend saying, "Are you really pregnant, or are you just faking it because to get back with him?" And she's just like, "Of course I'm pregnant. I have this child in my stomach." Da 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 da. And she just like, "Oh, maybe I should check myself." And she's just like, "Wait, what?" And then she goes, bum rushes her, and like fucking, they start tussling. She gets stabbed, gets her belly cut open. Wait, no. Yeah, gets her belly, before they start tussling, she says, "Oh, I'm going to check myself." And she has a bag with her. She tells the girl, "Check in the bag." She goes in, checks inside the bag, and it's the guy's head. The guy's head is in the bag. She cut off his head. So while the friend is looking at the head, she gets bum rush, and they start tackling left and right, and fucking the childhood friend gets stabbed, and the crush cuts open her cuts her open, checks, and she's just like, "I knew it. They ain't no baby in there." And the whole thing ends with them on a boat. Not like the corpses. Her on a boat. Her on her uncle's boat or some shit, or dad's boat, with her hugging the guy's decapitated head. Don't watch School Days. It fucking sucks. But okay, now I can read the comment. What were you saying? Oh yeah, been remembering when the news of that show came out, and that's why I say Warner Brothers is company these days. And I am happy it's like the Dragon Ball movie. I mean, like I said, it's the new CEO. It's because of the Warner Discovery merger. So essentially, Warner has Discovery under its belt. And the new head was just like, "We need more live action shows. Why are we showing cartoons? This is stupid. You all are stupid. I am correct. I am always right. Shut up." And basically cut all the original programming. And unless you're as big as Scooby-Doo, Hanna-Barbera, like Flintstones or the Jetsons, or DC, you ain't gonna get shit. That's why Infinity Train got canceled. I don't think Inside Job. I think that was just a Netflix thing because then. But Craig of the Creek got canceled. A lot of shows on Cartoon Network got canceled. Well, Young Justice got canceled because it got low ratings because it was really not good. Ben 10 is getting a live action movie. I'm not paying attention. Nope. It was the merger. Well, yeah. If you guys don't know, this is what Shattuck is talking about is called the SpongeBob standard. And they have this weird standard ever since SpongeBob came out or was a success in the early 2000s. Is that if a show is not as successful as SpongeBob around their first or second quarter, then they get moved to Nicktoons Network and they are ultimately canceled. It happened to a lot of beloved shows like Invader Zim. Well, Invader Zim got canceled because someone thought they saw a bloody girl, but I think that was proven to be false. My Life as a Teenage Robot. I think I was Told by Ginger. Cat Scratch. If it's not Avatar, because Avatar blew up. It was like majorly good for Nickelodeon. But yeah. Aside from Avatar, which has its own studio, none. Only the Loud House has only reached that standard, and they were like clinging to that to dear life. I don't understand why SpongeBob is still up there when the creator died naturally or for whatever one I remember. SpongeBob is a huge phenomena for Nickelodeon. It started in 1999 and it's still running to this day with 2 spin-off shows. So when you have a huge phenomenon, when you have your own Simpsons or South Park, like how the Simpsons is for Fox and South Park is to Comedy Central, you will be crazy not to capitalize on that. And the creator didn't die naturally. He died due to complications from an illness. I forgot the illness's name, but it messes with your joints and your nerves, and he died from that. Yes, he died from, I know it was ALS. I had a feeling it was ALS, but I thought it was just like, no, that's sign language. Idiot. But yeah. No worries. But that's what he died from. I believe they have his sneakers in the Cartoon Network Studios lobby, which I've been to a couple times myself. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. But yeah, they have a problem with their animated programs. That's why, I can't say Cartoon Network doesn't have original stuff, because a lot of their original stuff has been on Paramount Plus, but they haven't been pushed on the network, because I think they understand that basically they're it's a memorial. They understand like streaming is the way to go with things like this. And they I guess they're putting like most of their original content on there, which is not a bad idea, but I don't think they do the SpongeBob standard anymore. But it was egregious back in the day. Like one day you'll have your favorite cartoon on, and then the next day, oh yeah, I remember now. I remember one of the shows that was actually a really, really, really well done show, and it was by the creator of Chowder. It was called Harvey Beaks, and it got the SpongeBob standard. It suffered the SpongeBob standard, even though it was a well-renowned show and everybody loved it. And basically, the creator called them out, like, yeah, I got fucked over. Like, and it's so bad. Like, they will get moved to Nicktoons Network, and this what happened to My Life as a Teenage Robot. Created by Rob Renzetti. And if you don't know who Rob Renzetti is, he's like an animation golden child. Like, any show you've watched in the 90s and early 2000s, Rob Renzetti has probably worked on it. But anyways, My Life as a Teenage Robot, its entire third season, I believe, or third or fourth season, wasn't released until about 4 seasons after the show stopped airing on networks. I think it was about 4 or 3, but it was a big number. And that I think the same thing happened with As Told by Ginger. because it got canceled. It stopped airing, and then it aired its only finale. I think it stopped airing around 2003, and it aired its finale in around 2006. Butch Hartman can go fuck himself. Speaking of Young Justice and cartoons, I am angry they currently made 2 seasons for that show and only for Susan America's children able to watch. Oh, Young Justice, Young Justice. How I knew ye, Young Justice, Young Justice. I think I can only do the line art today. Bummer. So here's the story about Young Justice, right? Supposedly, it much like a lot of cartoons, because especially with action shows or just cartoons in general, the merchandising helps drive the cartoon. So because Young Justice wasn't really going like having much toy sales, that's why it got canceled in the 2nd season. But another rumor that is well known is because the I think an executive of the show or on the board basically said girls are their main audience, and it wasn't it wasn't boys, and that's why the show got canceled despite the good ratings. So that may be it, but according to Greg Wiseman, who is the showrunner, that wasn't the case. But he didn't really deny it either, so you can only speculate from there. Hello? Okay, sorry. I got a phone call. Hi, BB. But yeah, we're talking about a lot of cartoons. But yeah, that's why Young Justice initially got canceled, at least allegedly. My guess is just low toy sales that happened, much with a lot of action cartoon shows. No, can we stop? No, Butch Hartman, but no. Butch Hartman should not make anything anymore. Butch Hartman shouldn't make a gosh darn thing anymore. He's done enough. Not only did he allegedly scam people out of money, but allegedly he's been spreading a lot of misinformation about autism. So no. Let's not do that. Butch Hartman's good when he's in check. it's much like it's a George Lucas thing. They're good, but someone needs to keep them in check. If they're not kept in check, then it can get bad. Like, he has good ideas. It's just the execution that really, is really, you know. But, live action Powerpuff, I'm not even going to touch that. Nope. Moving on. You just how could that someone like Dave, whose name, like, his adopted son, and so that's right? Yeah, I think at least for Danny Phantom, it was Steve Marmel. He was a really major writer and helped a lot with stuff. But I think Steve Marmel left after or before the third season. And well, I'm not gonna say the third season is even bad anymore because it did have some good episodes. But Phantom Planet was such shit. It was bad. Also, I'll be right back. am a tune. Hold on. Which... Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. Like I said earlier, my mama is picking up an order I made for her. And I needed to help her. She's gonna call me back, I know it. But what was I talking about? Making cartoons. It's hard, kids. Okay, it's just hard. Cause you gotta go through all the loopholes and shit. That's why once I heard about the whole, and I said this as well, the whole Scooby being a black woman thing, I'm just you're like, okay, I'm making my own cartoon. I'm done with this ghetto shit. Ain't no way you're comparing my people to a fucking dog. I love dogs. I'm a huge dog person. But ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Aside from the controversy of like all the stuff, Velma herself isn't really a good character either. Like I find no reason to root for her. Like, why do I care about this character that seems like she doesn't care about anything? What, because she has a dead mom? Ooh. Like, you can write asshole characters. They're not that hard to write. But at least give us a reason for us to root for them. I think a perfect example of this is BoJack Horseman. BoJack is a terrible person. Don't get me wrong. He's a very bad person. But you want him to see you. It's because you like him and you like his personality. You want him to see him do better. And you root for him. And you see the struggles that he goes through. And overall, when you see him do better, you feel a sense of happiness. Granted, I will say this. First season of BoJack, it's not. I mean, I will admit it's pretty hard to get through. Not gonna lie. But, and this is what I'm hoping, but after like the first half of the season, and this is what I'm sincerely hoping for this show, because goddamn, I don't want to fucking see my friend go down like this. if it gets better, then it gets better. Like I said, BoJack is like a lot of people's favorite show. Sorry, I need to jam out a little bit. Take me away from you, away near. So take me back in time to another world when you can be mine. We don't have to worry when you're by my side. There's nothing I don't know. There's nothing to decide apart from where we want to go. But yeah, like BoJack is a beloved series, and we can see why it's so beloved. But it had a rough start. Let's be honest. And you know, the cause of why it ended, it's sad. But I'll get into it later. Can explode, so take me away from here to later. Yeah. So take me back in time to another world where you can be mine. We don't have to worry when you're by my side. There's no thing I don't know. There's nothing to decide apart from where we want to go. Another example that's had actually a really strong start is Harley Quinn. And we both know. Here's the thing, though, with Harley Quinn. She may be an asshole, but she's not an asshole to the people who are close to her. Then take me. And take me. So take me. So take me back in time to another world when you can be mine. We don't have to worry when you're by my side. There's nothing I don't know. There's nothing to decide apart from where we want to go. Going back in time. Don't take me back in time. Back in time. No, I'm not. It's kind of obvious I'm not drawing Black Doom. Like I said, there must be some kind of redeeming quality to keep us watching, especially if we're following this character. Like, Velma herself is not funny. She's not likable. In the show, that I mean. She's not funny. She's not likable. She's not like someone you want to root for. And we just seen her for 2 episodes straight just be totally judgmental and have her opinions be validated over and over again. Yeah, but I think that's a better example is Daria, because I fucking love Daria. I think the difference between Daria and Velma is Daria is just cynical when she at pretty much everyone, while Velma is just cynical to basically the majority. And there are moments in Daria where she has those vulnerabilities. And basically, if you haven't seen Daria, I would highly recommend Daria. Because Daria is a fucking great show. Thank you, Net. And hi, Net. Hi, JP. Basically, Daria is the Gen X cynics who... Is that what they're trying to do with Velma? Now that I think about it... Like, think about it. Daria was the voice of Gen X, that complete cynicism. And now Gen X has grown up and probably has children of their own. And they're probably working on this shit. And... they're writing for the show, and it feels like a watered down version of Daria. So probably the kids who the Gen X who was watching Daria when it was still airing, probably, hang on. Okay, sorry. But yeah, if you really think about it, I think they're trying to make Velma like Daria, but they're fucking abysmal at it. Because while Daria was made in a bubble where it's basically a counterculture of the American teen. And because during the 90s, there was a lot of counterculture media, like Beavis and Butthead and South Park and stuff, but they were aimed and geared towards men. We didn't really have a counterculture icon that was more geared towards girls or women until Daria. And because of that, girls have been painted as had to have this image about themselves that they saw, ironically enough, on MTV. So I think Daria works, and it still works to this day. I fucking highly recommend Daria. it works back then, especially because of that image of the all-American teen that was perpetuated in like teen magazines and such like that. Exactly. Netton's on the nose. Especially in the 90s. Like, you got either the drama shows, the Valley Girls, the cheerleaders, the preppy girls who are always in fashion and always could afford the good clothes. The skinny white girls always in town. And basically, Daria was that counterculture. What I'm getting at is, it worked back then because... back then it was the counterculture. But how do you nowadays? Now it won't work as well. Even though still Daria is a good show, and I fucking still recommend it. No. Daria holds up. I still recommend watching Daria. It is really good. But the thing is, how do you... Oh, Velma? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to... And that's what I'm getting, like... Basically, how Daria was countercultural in that time, and is basically how everybody acts now. It's what I'm trying to get at. Like, every teen you see acts like Daria. They're very cynical, very straight to the point, and will not fucking hesitate. Sure, you still get those preps, but again, it feels like we're in a sea of Daria variants nowadays, and it having their own kind of Daria is weird. It's meh. Thing is that with Velma, that it doesn't have the teens acting like real. They're making jokes you see on Adult Swim cartoons. Alright, I'm a tune. And that's not a good one. No. Like... That's one, and that ultimately boils down into who is this show for? Like, again, Scooby-Doo can be adapted into an adult property. You're right. But like, Scooby-Doo can be made into an adult property if... Oh. Hold on. I'm getting a call again. Okay, like I said, my mom's picking up a shopping order at her request, and they were running late, and she kept calling me and yelling at me, but it's fine. La, 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 la. Like, whom the fuck looks like a dead body and there's, are you trying to show that you're skinny, how skinny you are? Like, it's oof. Also, the whitewashing jokes really as if Daddy's as an Asian. Like she was a yeah, that's another thing. Like, we get it. The races have changed. You don't have to point that out every 5 fucking seconds. You don't have to point out, well, if it was a white dude or if I was a white person. Like, okay, I get it. White people can get away with shit. We've been new. How about you, like, do something and stop acting oppressed? And I'm not saying that because minorities aren't oppressed. No, I'm saying this like, fuck. Like, really? As much as I say you can write that into a script, then fuck. If you think you need to change races to make me connect with a fictional character just because I'm that race, and that's just racist. Pretty much. I mean, like I said, I don't care if you change races to characters who aren't already a minority. Like, well, let's not be whitewashing shit, okay? Let's not do that. But if you want to make, like, fucking Superman black, which I thought they were going to do in the live action, but I guess not. But if you want to, I don't care. Fine. Whatever. And before you guys start bitching and moaning and saying, he's supposed to be white! He's a fucking alien! Shut up! He's an alien that soaks up the fucking sun! Shut up! But yeah, I don't care. But don't make that their entire character. Like, don't be like, oh, as an Asian person, oh, but I'm Indian and I'm this, or oh, because I'm black, da 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 da. Then whatever. Honestly, yeah, I would love a Static Shock movie, but I'm just saying because they're probably going to do it anyways. Because fuck it. I'm just giving an example. If you're gonna do it, don't make it a fucking highlight. Just fucking do it and move on with your day. Like, of course I want to see, like, shit, Static Shock is, like, one of my favorite superheroes. But I'm saying, if they're going to race swap a character, don't make it a fucking highlight. Like, shit. Like, that's kind of like, I feel like that's a little bit, okay, you don't have to do all that. You really don't. You don't need fucking Shaggy and then fucking Dashiki coming out like, hey, what's up, my brother? No, you don't need that. Not saying that they would do that. But don't be shocked if they do. With the way this thing is going. And yes, I am all for making new characters that are people of color. I'm in for both of that. I'm in for like you having a reimagining of a certain character and having a whole new character in itself. That is perfectly fine. But I will reiterate again. Don't fucking make it the whole character. And before, I know no one in here will do it, but I know Oh yeah, that's actually a good example. Like how Miles Morales fucking started out in the comics, he was just Black Peter Parker. He had like no differentiation character from Peter Parker until Spider-Verse came out and make him feel like his own character. So you can have a variation of a Black Superman, just don't make the you know what I mean. Don't make the race the whole fucking character. Just make him feel like his own character. No, movie Miles was good with the sauce. You right. I think that's what the problem is with fucking Hollywood. I mean, there's a lot of problems with Hollywood, but this is the main issue. Like, I don't know. Honestly, to be honest, Indian Velma, Black Norville, Asian Daphne don't bother me. At least fucking make it good. Like, damn. And in fact, this is bad representation. This sucks. And like the dude bros and like the ones who like pick their fingers up their nose and spread it on a cracker and eat it are gonna say, this is why we can't have minorities as the Scooby-Doo characters. Because in the show Velma, they blah, 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 blah. You're just proving them right at that point. All the dude bros in their undies with a hot dig, stuffing them in their face, you're just proving them right. Exactly. It's like, it's not because like they're trying, you know, I get what you're saying. Because they race swap them, they think they have this shield and they try to hide the fact that all the characters are fucking assholes. And if you think that way, you're racist. When really, like, come on, they're just bad characters. Thank you, Net. Like, Velma can still be Velma, but Indian. Daphne can be still Daphne, but Asian. And Shaggy can still be Shaggy, even but Black. They can still have any old race that you want them to have. But if the characterization or the personality sucks, then we have a problem. And it doesn't help that the writing is so egregiously bad that they have to justify them being terrible because of white people. Listen, I know white people done a lot of shit, and I know white people will continue to do a lot of shit. But they're not the reason you are a terrible person. Okay, they're not. Unfortunately, as we can blame the white man for a lot of things, we cannot blame the white man for your bad personality. Or the bad writing. Well, kind of, because I think there was a lot of executive meddling. Like, okay, you want to go that route where Velma has the assumption of, oh, the white guy got away with everything. Stick, then turn a flip on it. Have Fred get fucking arrested. I mean, he probably won't. He probably didn't do it because he's a fucking man-child. That's another thing. Like, come on. How you gonna waste Dennis from Always Sunny like that? Now, what other asshole characters are good besides BoJack Horseman and Harley Quinn? Archer from Archer. He's like a big asshole. But we like seeing him because, I don't know, he's cool. He doesn't, we don't, he's like James Bond in a way. He doesn't complain and bitch and moan about the system. He just does. And Lana, who is black, by the way, and his like main love interest, just deals with his shit. Not because she's black. It's because someone has to. You know, and that's a good quote. The white man chooses where you start. He doesn't choose where you end up. So if you can't, so you can't tell them shit. That's good. And listen, you know me, I see it. I see the oppression. I see the problems in the system. And I highly agree the problems are there. However, it doesn't mean, yep, JP's part of the problem. It doesn't mean you can excuse that and whatever you can use the system to excuse bad behavior. Or like just a terrible personality. Maybe the system has hardened you. I understand because, you know, again, the system is truly rigged against people like me. But as terms of the writing of the show, bro, just write a good story. And that's a big complaint about, like, especially in the black community, is that whenever there's like a big movie coming out, and this is why Black Panther was so popular as it was, especially in a fantasy setting, we're seen as the servants, the slaves, or non-existent. So basically having a whole black cast in a fantasy movie like Black Panther was so pivotal. Yeah, I got nominated for an Oscar for that reason. Because, like, if you think about, like, a lot of pivotal black movies, they're either about the hood or the slavery or racism and segregation. I'm not saying those movies are bad, except Green Book. Green Book was actually dog shit. It was terrible. Don't watch it. But I'm not saying any of the other ones are terrible. They are, except for Green Book, they are worth the merit of giving a watch. Except for Green Book. Don't watch Green Book. It's not good. Other than that, where'd it get picked up? Sorry. Are they still bringing it out? Okay, I got it. Other than that, it just feels like we're typecast in a box. And I can only speak from my own experience and how I feel. And from what I've heard from other people. within the community. Like, again, it feels like we're in a box and we can only be one of few things in movies. And I get that. No, there have been black superhero movies before, but having like a big, like something as big as that, as Black Panther, is inspiring. Because again, I don't know if you noticed, but if you've seen fantasy stuff, it's a bit pale, don't you think? I'm just saying. And before you say before, because I know that there's one person like, oh, but there was that one black person in that one movie. Let me not speak. Because I had someone in high school say that, where me and another black friend were saying like, oh yeah, you don't really see like black characters in like fantasy shit. And they were like, no, there was like, I know a black movie that had like fantasy shit in it. And then we were like, oh really, what? No, the girl was white. Pirates of the Caribbean. Bitch, what? Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, what are you talking about? There was a... She wasn't joking. She was talking about the voodoo witch from Pirates of the Caribbean. I can only laugh. Ah, crap. I knew I forgot to do something. Give me a sec here. Because it wasn't right in front of me. I really need to install it. Give me a sec here. I forgot to do something. Why am I in no? I forgot to do something. Crap. Can you give me that thing? Thank you. I'm not kidding. She really done said Pirates of the Caribbean to me. And I'm just here like, huh, okay. Okay. Like, what I'm trying to get at is out here, like, while we do have our movies that speak to us, damn it, I want to be a wizard. Sometimes we want to be a wizard. Sometimes we don't want to have fucking magic. Sometimes we want to want a motherfucking dragon, you know? Why can't we, like, control the dragons in Game of Thrones? Like shit. Fuck. How come we can't, like fucking, like, shoot lasers out of our eyes or shit like that? Like, fuck. How come we can't go on a grand journey in a fantasy world? Like, fuck. How come we can't do that? We can, but you know, it won't be profitable. Just saying. Hell yeah! Like shit! How come we can't go into space and fight aliens? So yeah, a movie like Black Panther, even though it was like an 8 out of 10, I can see why people like it so much because goddamn, it was something different. We weren't the quirky best friend. We weren't the race swap shit. We weren't and it wasn't about oppression or slavery or some shit, even though Killmonger did have a point there. Not the point! We had a fantasy world of our own where anything was possible. And it was fucking cool. Also, my Ethernet cord is not in. And I just realized that. Whoops. What's that fact, Amatune? What's up? Oh no, it wasn't. Yeah. It was their first cartoon star was not Porky Pig. It was oh boy. It was yeah, Bosco, who was a let's say it was a type of caricature. Sorry. I forgot to take care of something for work. I meant to do it. I was just like, oh, I gotta do that, but I didn't. Don't know why I didn't. Alright, that is done. Let me put this way. Alright. Some did say he's in his spot, but we probably never truly know. Probably not, but you know. Welcome back. Anyways, I don't recommend Velma. It's not great. It has a lot of problems. And it does not look good from here. Especially if they're gonna keep doing the meta humor that is so painfully unfunny. It's not even like it's not good. It's not good at all. Oof. Go watch Inside Job. It's actually good. From what I heard, I haven't watched it, but it's a shame it got canceled. Or go watch. How about you just go watch Bluey? Bluey's actually kind of adorable and kind of sweet, and it's really it's comforting. And it's cute. Yeah, just how about don't watch Velma, go watch Bluey. That's what I recommend. I don't know why, but the Sonia to my Sonic or my sister loves that show for no reason. What, Bluey? Because Bluey is just so wholesome, and you just, with all the just absolute shit you go through that day, you just want something cute to look at. I don't know. I've seen Bluey in passing on TikTok, but like I won't actively go and watch it. Mostly because I don't like to actively and go watch anything. Yet I actively and want to watch Velma because, well, you know why the reason I did that. But Bluey. I think my mother's home. Give me a minute. Okay. I have returned. Because I had to help my mama throw away groceries. What did I miss? So I'm just clearing a little bit away of my notifications. Also, I'm trying for fuck, hold on. I lost funky in my mouth. My mom gave me a cookie. Sorry. I was going to say I'm going to be drawing for about 10, not even 10, like 3 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go set up my Minecraft. Sorry. Where's my palms are all sweaty. Oh, really? Well, I knew her name was Gigi. Whatever. Show still sucks. Would I recommend it? No. It's just honestly a waste of time. And if no one that I cared about worked on it, I wouldn't be watching it. But since someone that I truly do care about worked on it, well, I guess I'll stick it out. Yeah, I want to, because this is her first like major gig in a studio. And she's always dreamed about doing like the stuff that she did on the show, and I want to at least support her with that, but it won't change my opinion. The show's still shit, but I'm gonna watch it just to support my friend. Yeah, she's actually writing a graphic novel, and I don't know if she's going to be doing that concurrently with working on the show, but Seems to me that she just wants to keep working on her graphic novel and she has a publisher and everything like that. But, you know, the bills got to get paid. So it's a huge maybe if she's going to keep pursuing that full time or not. All right, guys. I'm going to stop here for drawing. Just stick around, lay back, stick around. I'm going to be coming right back with Minecraft. So, if you guys haven't already, if you want to follow me on social media, it's linked down in the description below. If you're watching back on YouTube, or in the About page if you're watching back on Twitch. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on 1 p.m. Pacific time, so I'll be back on Friday with more drawing and other things. If you like what I do and you want to see more, consider becoming a patron today. There you get exclusive content, early access to whatever I'm doing, and a link to our Discord server. But if you can't do that, then I do have commissions open. It is posted on my socials, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and DeviantArt. But if you can't do that, then spread the word around that we're live. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow and subscribe right here on Twitch. And in the words of my favorite cartoon character, mwah! Good night, everybody. We'll see you next day. Say Kablam time. Say Kablam channel. And those of you who are sticking in live, just wait 5 minutes and I'm going to come back with the SMP.